But that leads me into my rant. I'm going to rant today.
We have a rant.
We've been doing this for 2 months. Most of you don't know me very well, if at all. I may come out positive and upbeat and peppy on this podcast. Once you get to know me, and Harry can tell you, I'm a ranter. I rant a lot, probably more than I should.
It's very angry.
Yeah, I'm very
pessimistic.
Very pessimistic. I text Harry during Steeler games, usually in the first quarter, about how bad this team is and how, because, they go down by a touchdown, and I'm already like, well, that's the game. Usually they come back and win. But I'm going to do my first HJ Talk Sports rant. I'm seeing a lot of shade on the Steelers, not only by other teams' fans, but by reputable sources. Some Twitter account, PFF something, I don't know. They're a college sports website, blog, whatever they are. They got a blue check mark, so they think they're hot stuff. They posted, who will be the team to win the AFC North? It was like for the Ravens, retweet or put the emoji for the Bengals, this for the Browns. They didn't even list the Steelers. That's disrespectful as shit.
I was mad.
That's disrespectful. And then I've seen fans all week talking about how trash Ben is, how Mayfield's, you see the pictures, Mayfield over Ben, Joe Burrow over Ben. Let me tell you something. Kids. Joe Burrow didn't have better numbers than Ben last year. Ben wasn't the problem last year. People forget we went 11-0. They think that was a mistake. You don't accidentally go 11-0 in the NFL. The problem was, go ahead. You got something to say?
You're starting to set the bar high for next year.
I'm not setting the bar high. I want to go with the disrespect. Browns have been good for one season. The Bengals still aren't good. So for them in the offseason to talk trash and pretend like the Steelers don't exist, the only one I'll accept any kind of talk from is maybe the Ravens. Because they've been consistently battling us for the division title for the past decade. Who are the Browns? You beat us once. The Bengals haven't beaten us yet. You have to do something before you can start talking. And you've done nothing. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. The Steelers, that's the wrong thing. Where am I looking at? Where am I looking at? The Steelers were 12th in the entire league in offense last season. The Ravens were above them. The Browns and the Bengals weren't. I don't see you guys on the list. Oh, there you are. The Bengals are in 29th. Way at the bottom of the league. I don't see the Browns right now. The Browns were 2 spaces below us with your breakout season. Passing offense, Steelers 15th in the league. I don't see any of you above us. Nope. Rushing offense, Steelers last in the league. And guess what? I almost slipped there. Profanities. We addressed that in the draft. Our one weakness, and perhaps the reason why we did bad in the second half of the season and in the playoffs, in addition to our super predictable offensive coordinator, who only had 3 plays, and not having a run game, both of those have been addressed. Ben passing was not the issue last year.
Get it off your chest. Anything else?
No, that's my rant. I think you're all going to be very, I love to talk. So save this, bookmark it, favorite it, retweet it, because if you disagree, I want to hear your shit talking. Because I'm going to save it at the end of the season. I'm going to respond to everybody.
Let's see. We'll see what happens.
I don't want to say Steelers are going to win the division, but the Browns and the Bengals won't be higher than them. I refuse to believe it.
You don't think?
No.
Bengals, I don't think. Browns, I think, have a good chance. But we'll see.
We will see. Joe's usually not wrong. Are we better than last year or are we worse than last year?
Our record will definitely be worse as far as the actual team. I don't know. Pittsburgh was a tale of two teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think the team that started the season was pretty good. The team that ended the season was not a playoff team. So I don't think we'll be.
But you got to ask yourself, why were we that team at the end of the season?
It's hard to say how good we were because was it a matter of teams just not ready and used to what we were doing on offense?
I think that's why we weren't good
because of injuries. It's hard to say.
The injuries hurt. You saw a drop off when Bush.
I'll say we'll be better. I think we'll be competitive. I don't think Pittsburgh was very competitive last year.
And we still went 11-0.
I don't think they have much. I didn't think they had much of a chance of winning or making any noise in the playoffs.
I didn't either. Even when they went 11-0, they didn't feel like a playoff team.
So
but
this
I think
year,
a lot of that was the run game.
I'll say better.
And the Browns, I don't think are going to do better.
Browns, I think, will be better.
They peaked.
I don't think they.
I'm talking it. I'm tired of you on Twitter. I'm tired of all you people. No.
Well, I'm sure we will.
It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got to recognize.
I'm sure we will address this many times before the season starts.
We will. I mean, we got a lot of time, unfortunately, till the season starts. News is slow other than Penguins news. It's going to be slow news now because the draft is over. Free agency slowed down. But keep that counter popping up till football season down there. But yeah, we'll do better. Harry's more pessimistic than me. We talked about this a few shows ago. I think you said when we did the over and under. Was it over under 9 games? I said over. You said right on 9. Yeah. I don't know.
See, that's Fall's problem. We'll figure it out then. Save the energy.
I want to do something right now.
Huh?
I want to do something right now.
What do you want to do?
But it's ballsy because we're new. And if I'm wrong, it could look bad. I'm going to call the Steelers winning the division this year.
I am not.
They have they have a better record than the Browns. They have a better record than the Bengals. And I'm going to go and say they have a better record than the Ravens.
Okay. I like the faith.
I think we're better than last year. And I think people forget because of how bad the end of the season was that we went 11-0.
If things come together well and the team gets hot, I definitely think it's a possibility. But I'm not putting my money on it. Our offensive coordinator
didn't know what he was doing. I mean, he was bad, guys. He was bad. And teams figured out our game plan. They knew we couldn't run. So all you got to do is watch the midfield and you stop the passing game. They figured us out after 11 weeks, and that's why they trended down. But you have a new offensive coordinator that nobody knows what he's going to do.
Yeah.
You have young wide receivers that are better than last year. And now you have a run game. You're better than last year. The only thing that I'm down on is missing Bud Dupree because he was a huge part of the defense. So we got to see if Alex Highsmith can step up. Devin Bush being back. If it was for Bud Dupree being here, I mean, I'd call my shot all day. So, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I've been ranting all episode, and Harry's just been sitting and listening to me rant.
May 9th, episode on May 9th. We'll have to remember this for the next season.
May 10th. It's Monday.
May 10th.
Yes. It's not
Excuse
Sunday.
me. I was wrong.
Yes.
May 10th.
May 10th. Remember that Joe called the season.
Yes. Episode 10.
Episode 10. Oh, episode 10. That's a good way to remember.
10, May 10. Okay, I'll remember.
So all these analysts, you're going to see all the ESPN and Fox Sports analysts talk about how the Steelers are bad and this and that and how they're not going to make it. And they're going to pick the Browns. And they're going to pick the Ravens. And then they're all going to look stupid because Joe picked the Steelers back in May. So just letting you know.